My postcard today is stamped with Herefordshire. We're in a town which has its own Man of Ross, linked with the hedgehog, has a button museum, and one of the finest new heritage centres in Britain. We're in Ross-on-Wye. When in Ross, call on Heather Hurley, learned author of many local guides. But first, buttons. Beautiful there, those woods. But I'm heading towards the Button Museum. Now, I don't know how popular a button museum would be. I know my mum used to search high and low for the right colour buttons. And I should think that she'd have found them in here. Can you see this, everybody? This is Gillian, and that is your grandmother?
My grandmother, yes.
Tell us a story then about these buttons and her.
Well, this photograph was taken for her 21st birthday. And on that occasion, she was given some silver buttons, which are the ones round the edge.
Yeah, just
It was a custom at the time that ladies had 6 silver hallmarked buttons.
Was it really? Why was that? Lucky?
It was just the custom. I mean, I had a fountain pen when I was 21. I expect you had something special.
Yes, I did.
And at that
Can't
time...
think what it was, but I did.
Yes, yes. My son had tankard.
Yes,
There
right,
is
yeah.
something at every generation. And at that time, it was silver buttons.
Right, and they were grandmothers.
Those are grandma's. And she's got one on in the
Oh
dress.
gosh, I can see just there.
Yes,
And it's
yes.
one of those.
That's it.
So
yes.
is this what sets you off then? The fact you
Well-
have these mounted?
Well, not really. She gave me those 2 when I was a little girl.
Just
The
there.
2 at the bottom.
And they're enamelled?
They're hand-painted enamels,
Yes.
yes. But childlike, I just popped them away and didn't take much notice of them. But when I looked at them again when I was grown up, I realised just how beautiful they were, and that started my collection. And then I discovered I'd got the silver buttons, again, popped away.
Now,
Secret.
had you met Alan by then? This is Gillian's husband, Alan. He's a very romantic man. We'll tell you about that in a minute. Had you met him, or did you meet each other and thought buttons? It sounds like Cinderella, doesn't
Yes,
it?
it does, yes.
What happened?
No, I started after we were married, when I'd got small children. And at that time I could buy buttons for old pennies. And so I sneaked them out of the housekeeping money, you know.
Oh, and Alan obviously found out because he then got something for you here,
yes,
didn't he?
he did, yes. These
Look at the buttons here Gillian's wearing.
These were my gift for our 25th wedding anniversary. I had them designed and they were made here in Newent. And it's the A shaped like a bell.
Yeah.
And my name Gillian, G, and I'm the clapper in the middle of the bell.
Well, I thought it was a very nice thought. So did you have an interest in buttons before you met Gillian, Alan?
Well, no, she started, as she said, looking for nice ones, and I used to think, well, that's a good thing for a birthday present, so I used to look around for anything a bit nice for her. And eventually I sort of came across some old railway company buttons, which was something I was quite interested in, but I didn't actually realise they had buttons at the time.
Now, when did the crunch come that you thought, my goodness, Great Britain needs a button museum?
When we'd got so frustrated that we couldn't see any buttons anywhere else.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Are you the only one in the
We
land?
are the only one, yes.
And do you
yes.
get lots of people with your same fascination?
Yes, yes. But they won't admit to it.
I was about to say, is it a thing that's really like an obsession?
Yes.
You know, like my obsession is
Secret
chocolate
obsession.
and maps.
Yes.
But it's not an obsession, you know.
No.
No. I can give it up any time, but I can't.
That's it.
Is that the same with
yes,
both of you now?
Yes. Oh, it's a disease, yes, you never get over it. Yeah.
got a touch of the buttons.
That's right.
Is
Yeah.
that it? And do you get many people come through your doors?
We
Well-
could do with a lot more, but we get quite a number, yes.
And are you
yes.
independent? Are you aided in any way by funds?
No way at all, because we're privately owned. We're not even a trust. So we don't qualify for any grants or any aid whatsoever.
You've got this grant here. I came very cheaply, just straight through the door. Well, we like people who have the spirit of enterprise, don't we? Yes, we do. See? They're all agreeing. We like people's spirit of enterprise. So what I suggest is grab your buttons, because you're always ready and open to, you know, take more buttons in, aren't you? If you haven't got them.
Yes,
If you
that's
haven't
right.
got them, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've got some zodiac ones which have been painted onto little sort of pieces of wood, and I keep coming across and think, what am I going to do with those? So I'm going to send these to Doreen and Alan, but, you know, I think it's best they come personally to
Yes,
see,
yes.
isn't it?
Yes,
oh
that's
yes,
right.
we
Yeah.
can't do it by post because
Oh,
buttons
no, we
are
don't want
very
it to pose.
complicated.
Yes, no, we don't want them by pose. You've got a carved balcony up there. Any importance?
Well, that is part of the Market House, which is a very important building here in Ross. And the balcony is really where the public could see whoever was going to give some important message to the townspeople.
So do you get like
Because-
the election results up there and
That's
things?
right, that sort of thing nowadays. But in the past, of course, although it was built as a market hall, the above part was used as meeting room, magistrates' courts and all that sort of thing. So the sort of administration was held up there. So if there was any announcements to make, then it would be told from there. And when the Queen visited Ross in the 1950s, she you know, spoke from the balcony
Oh,
as
that's where
well.
she spoke
Yes,
from. What was
yeah.
she doing here?
Oh, she just did one of her grand tours.
Oh, did
of
she?
the you know, the country, yes. So the Market House itself is one of the earliest buildings in Ross, apart from the church. And we've just done some sort of more research on it for the Heritage Centre, which has opened here this year in the Market House. And we find that it actually originates now from around 1650. And before that, it was still a marketplace. And it was what the site of the Booth Hall was here, which is a sort of temporary arrangement where people would come in and do their trading. And there was a high cross here, a market cross, so that was, you know, it could signify that this was an important crossing place and a meeting place for the town itself.
Oh yes, you've got all the roads coming
Yeah,
in
that's
here,
right.
haven't
This was
you?
before the new road arrangement. This was the centre. So it continued as a market here until the coming of the railway, really. And after the coming of the railway, then they moved the livestock market away in the 1870s to be nearer the railways, because obviously that was the transport and the modern methods of communication. And then again it was moved when we had the motorway built in the 1960s. In about 1980, the livestock market moved yet again from the railway site to the motorway site. So that's where it still is. We still have a livestock market here, held on a Friday in Ross. And here we still have an open market on Thursdays and Saturdays. And of course the market itself, the charter for the market, was given by King Stephen in the 12th century.
Oh,
So
right.
it dates back a long time.
I'm in the Heritage Centre and I'm surrounded by hedgehogs. I don't mean you, Ian, at all. You don't look like a hedgehog to me. But why is Ross on Wye so intrigued by hedgehogs? We've got them here. And why is it also underneath these two plaques?
Well, it's an old symbol of the town, Russell. Seems to go back a long way. The area was once known as Archenfield, and if you take that word back, it becomes urchin, which is hedgehog, and it literally means the land of the hedgehogs.
Right.
So the hedgehog has found its way into coats of arms and crests. It's on the mayor's chain, and of course, just up here on the War Memorial, you can even see a little hedgehog.
Let's have a look. Oh yes, at the top between the VR, Victoria Regina, and then you've got the hedgehog there.
Little hedgehog on a nice ornamental bannerel. And if you go to the parish church, then of course you'll find a lot more there as well,
So-
cropping up on tombs and monuments.
So
And,
it's become a symbol of the town.
It has.
There's an old workman down there, and when he bends over, he looks like Jennifer Saunders and Dawn French. He just- All right. Born in 1637, John Curle was a popular benefactor of the town. Immensely generous, he financed the town's first water supply, baked bread for the poor every Saturday, settled local disputes, and paid for some local children's education. It was poet Alexander Pope who gave him the name Man of Ross, and at his death, the whole town attended his funeral. Old Gloucester Road?
Yeah, this is the original main route through Ross. Now you can see today it's wonderfully quiet
It's
compared with some of the
fab.
other roads.
We
Isn't
love it
nice,
here.
away from the traffic. But not so in 1820s. This was a very busy thoroughfare, and it had a really nasty corner there from the High Street. And it was here in around 1821 that George IV was travelling from Ireland across the water to Wales, and he travelled on his coach from Wales and came through Ross on his way back to London. And when he came through, he turned the corner here and he found this road, traffic jam, believe it or not, traffic jam of carts and carriages and wagons. Anyway, they persuaded him to get out of his stagecoach, and they took him up to the place at the top there, which was an inn, which is now known as King George's Rest. And so he went in and had a rest and a refreshment while they were clearing the road. And when he continued his journey, and he said, if the roads in Ross don't improve, they'll be struck off the mailing coach route. So within about 3 to 4 years, they built the new Gloucester Road, which runs parallel to this road, and this became just its quiet backwater.
All because of King George IV.
Well, yeah, it all
He was a catalyst.
Really, yes.
So
I mean, that is how the story goes, and we've not found anything else to disprove that. So, you know, it all stems back from that journey through Ross.
Please to goodness, someone will go up the M6 around Birmingham and say that if this doesn't improve the stretch of motorway, we will strike Birmingham and its environs off the route.
Yes.
Should we do that? We're dealing with the M6 now.